President Obama plans to make his case for military intervention in Syria in a speech to the nation on Tuesday night. When they return from their 5-week recess, the U.S. Senate is expected to debate a resolution authorizing the president to use force in Syria. A vote on that resolution is expected Wednesday. Recent national polls show growing opposition to American involvement in Syria. In Oklahoma, a group called the Not Our War Coalition is holding a series of protests. Here is an excerpt from one of those rallies in this ONR Extra.
So I know there's going to be a lot of pressure applied to our congressional delegation. And one of our purposes here is to encourage them to vote no, especially in the House. I personally think the Senate will probably vote for this resolution, but I think there's a lot of doubt in the House because the public is finally coming to our position. The polls are indicating that more and more people do not want us to get involved in an intractable sectarian civil war that we have no business getting ourselves involved in. I think it's the intent and the agenda to remove Assad from Syria's leadership. Now, he's an evil dictator. We all recognize that. But so was the dictator in Egypt, and we politically helped to remove him. And what did we get in his place? We got the Muslim Brotherhood.
And we would like to hear more about non-military responses, alternatives to military responses to the Assad government, including sanctions, international resolutions of condemnation, diplomacy and negotiations, or maybe other things that I did not even mention. In the interests of peace, we say no U.S. military aid intervention to Syria.
We hit this country with Tomahawk missiles. There's going to be some innocent human beings who have nothing to do with this that are going to be killed, and is that worth it?
We are not the cops of the world. We are not the police of the world. That is not our job, and that is not why we have a military. This country has been at war economically since World War II. We have kept ourselves armed to the point where we can conduct an all-out world war for 70 years. It's breaking us financially. It's bankrupting us.
And so I commend President Barack Obama by lending that vote to Congress, because now it's going to empower Congress to listen to local government, listen to the voices of their constituents who say we don't want to go to war. And we have economic issues, we have the aftermath that we have to worry about, but at some point we have to use common sense in decision making.